would have my head. Oh, could you imagine? So we gave the checklist. Thank you, Michelle, for making them pretty. So we've been doing the checklist probably for a while now, right, Michelle? I mean, not like technically, but we kind of added to it. Like as we were going, we were like, oh, we should add this, we should add this. And we're finding success. And that's why we wanted to share it with you guys. We have so many different things going on. You know, I want to say like a couple of years ago, we were like party, because parties were like rocking, and they still are. Like you can definitely have a really good party. But they're not the only way to do the business. And what we really want people to do is really start thinking outside the box. For one, I still try to get as many parties as I can, but I do have a cutoff of, okay, if I'm not getting a party, then I need to move on to get sales, right? So, and right now, I mean, we've got subscription boxes now, parties,
nail care.
Yeah, lipstick line, like so many different options of how to work the business. So, all right, Michelle, I don't want to talk.
Okay.
I talk
no, and then I want to hear from everybody. So everybody unmute, and I would love like coming on, because this is, you know, initial overview. Any questions that you have initially, like right away, don't hold back, you know, when. And also knowing that, remember, we asked you what your goals were, and notice that there's a monthly checklist, an enrolling checklist, and then your content. I think, you know, there were different goals all across the board, and we're going to work on that. So don't think that you have to do them all. I would say, and I think Margaret said this before, let's pick, like if you are really focused on sales right now, let's pick on the monthly sales checklist and then the content, right? Or if you're really interested, you know, and focused on enrolling, then the enrolling checklist and the content. So you're going to really be following two. But also, and I want to hear your questions when you look at this, like what are your initial questions when you look at it? Are you hesitant, and why? What's holding you back? What is your biggest struggle on these checklists? And let's talk about it, because I could probably teach you and show you how to do any of these things in a small amount of time. That's why we talked about time management, right? About where, you know, fitting in all your personal things first, and then where can you work your business? And then it's all about small goals. So let's just, not the whole entire checklist, but if you had to pick, you know, if your thing is monthly sales, pick one of the things off the checklist right now that you're going to consistently do for 1 week. That is a success. I can't say that word, success. And that is what we want to celebrate, the small successes, and build habits that then this is going to become second nature to you. And I promise it will not take a long time. So go. Any initial questions? Carmen, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm just wondering with the check boxes, because I've done a 90-day run a few times, but this is set up differently, obviously, because it's not like a daily thing, right? But you have like 2 on the first one on the next. Like, is this just something that you're supposed to do?
So like monthly, let's say the before and after, and I think I put it like weekly. So there's 1, 2, 3, well, there's 5 checklists, because sometimes there's 5 weeks. So each of those boxes is the week. So the first week of the month, right? Because this is a monthly list. So the first box is week 1. So, you know, let's say that it's February 1st, or, you know, wherever we're starting this week, Monday. This week, did I take a picture of a before and after? And remember, the before and after can be anything. It could be naked nails and then cuticle oil. It could be naked lips and then lipstick. It could be naked nails and then polish. Any kind of before and after. You guys want to show?
These are weekly. Then this is like just
correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So like you only have to do a customer email once a week if you want. I mean, one time, once a month. We'd like you to do it every week, but if you can start doing it once a month, and you do that every single month, 3 months in a row, I guarantee you'll see, you know, you'll notice a big difference.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Questions, hesitations? Something
we looked at the sheet and we're like, how are we going to do this so that if you do it weekly, like Michelle had, like, you know, every Monday, right? Post a before and after picture every Monday. I'm like, people are going to get, if they don't do it on Monday, they're going to get all confused.
Right. And I didn't
take the Monday out.
And I think I changed it. I think I
You
updated
did.
and put weekly. Yeah. So make sure you grab that one. Because right, like I think my day to do content is usually Tuesdays. You know, Tuesdays, or I think Thursdays, you know, are my time. So, you know, just whenever you have time, you just need to show your face. That is like super important. You need to show your face.
And I think the biggest thing is, guys, if things are working for you, keep it, please. Like, don't change it. What we want is, if people are having, if you look at the sheets and you say, like, I'm awesome at parties, but I've never done an email. Can I fit that in somewhere? Like, can I do that once a month? Let me try that. And if that's what you do for the month, like, kudos to you. Like, you did something different and something to move your business forward. This isn't for you to be like, I'm doing all of them, I can't wait. Yeah. It's like, no. That's what we want to do. Like Michelle said, is just create habits, right? So that your business becomes, when you come in, you sit down, wherever you sit down to do your business, you know exactly what you need to do, and you're going to do it, and you're going to shut the door, and you're going to move on with life, right? Because we don't want people to be so engrossed in their Color Street business that they're not living. Like, that's not the purpose.
Because, right, do you want me, I'll share a super exciting thing about why we even created this, and what, because I was between talking with our strategy group and even, you know, I have a business mentor, is like, what was my goal? I want to work my business 3 days a week. That's it. I want to work my business 3 days a week. Now, not to say that I don't touch it on other days, but I know, filling in my calendar, I got to do these things. I need to fit it in 3 days a week. And you know what? I can do it. If I really focus, they're small little tasks, like, and I just want you to think about showing up differently in your business. And then I do want to hear another question, because like one thing about, it says post content that solves a problem. You know, a really good example of this is, I see so many stylists across the board, and I'm not saying anybody here, but just, you know, in general on social media, where they will post a picture from corporate of a product and just post that product, right? Okay. I mean, that's great, right? That's good. But like, what is that telling the customer? So we wrote like, or go ahead. Was someone saying something?
Would Tip Tuesday be something like that solves a problem? Is that kind of what you're talking about, or no?
Good. Yeah. And then try to take it even a little more personal. So maybe instead of the graphic, you take, I mean, and I for one, I will tell you guys, I've walked the walk and talked the talk. I don't like being on camera, and I will always message Margaret and be like, oh, look at it. I have just thrown that out the window. If I got something to share, I'm going to show up, ponytail, no makeup, whatever, share my tip. Because you know what? That's what everybody else is. Everybody else is in their sweats, you know, ponytail, like they're not making themselves up, but they are be excited about the tip I have to share. And they are way more apt to pay attention of me taking 30 seconds going on and showing that than posting a picture of this. Do you know what I mean? From corporate or a graphic or something. So just kind of, I think a lot of this is putting more of yourself into it, because people will want to buy from you versus they could go to the Color Street website, right? They can see all that, but why do they want to buy from you? What do you have to offer them?
Michelle, can I show them like an example?
Yeah.
So like, look at this right here.
Oh.
Okay. So there's Michelle, right? She's showing how to use her like tool that she has, right? She could have just done the video, or she could have just taken the cuticle oil and just taken a picture of the cuticle oil, right? But instead, she's using two different things. She's using video and she's using a picture, and people are seeing her face, right? When people see your face, it just speaks volumes.
And I'll just tell you, because I wish we sold that Sally Hansen shit, excuse my language, that I'm pushing, because guess who's buying it? All my customers. Today, I even went out with lunch with a friend. We stopped at a store, and there was the last one on the shelf. She's like, oh, grab that stuff. That's that stuff you told me to get.
Anybody wondering what it was? Because I want one.
It's cuticle oil remover.
Or cuticle, it's magic. No, it's literally magic in a bottle. It's cuticle remover from Sally Hansen. We can share it.
This is what it looks
Game
like.
changer. When your customers say that their strips are lifting, I'm like, girl, you need to clean your cuticles off. And that's another thing. Well, tell the people, I say, send me a picture. And one of my besties sent me a picture, and under her strips, I could see a little bit of white. You know what I mean? A little bit of white on her thing. And I'm like, girl, you need to clean those cuticles up, because your mani will last way longer if you have a nice clean nail bed. And you'll think you don't have cuticles. You put that magic little stuff on there and start pushing away gently, and you're going to be like, that was me, because I take amazing care of my nails. And I'm like, what? This is amazing. But anyways.
But those are the type of things that you should be sharing, right? Something with value. So like if you're scrolling your page and you're saying no one's purchasing, but they're all graphics from the graphics, there's no human connection with that whatsoever. I mean, they might as well just go to Target, right? Like you need to sell you and why you love it and give them some major value along with it. Now with the nail care line, like that is like gold, right? Because you're doing a pain point, right? Like, I mean, I can talk about the nail care line all day long. And if you're saying to yourself, well, what, Margaret? Google it, right? Like acetone versus non-acetone. That's something right there. So that's kind of like what you want to talk about, you know what I mean? Is get that pain point, or like, why did you start wearing Color Street? We went through that, Michelle, like what were some of the, it was like a list of things that we started thinking of. Oh no, maybe that was the subscription box.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Any other questions about the list? Because I'm going to go over the list before we start. Does everyone kind of, all right, Katrina, go. I see you raise your hand.
The one that I had was with the customer emails. I've always struggled with them, and I don't know what to actually put into them.
Okay, I'm going to write that down, and Mark will, and those are some other things. We will share some ideas. And give you not really, remember again, we're not like super good. We'll give you like a template or outline, and then you go with it. Do you know what I mean? And kind of add your stuff. We're going to do that also for some content, I think. So in the group, we want you guys super active, ask some questions. But on the customer emails, I mean, a lot of things you could show a new product, a customer testimonial, share a customer testimonial. Share your favorites, right? Say what I'm loving this month, send it in an email, put the pictures and give them the links to those exact resets, or something like that. Or, and an
email doesn't have to be long. Like,
no, short. I'm not reading your long email. No.
Yeah. Like
short and sweet. Long posts.
Well, right. And think about, so you said it, Katrina, think about like what you would post in your VIP group. Cause I'm going to be honest, my VIP group, the engagement and what people see. So think about like, what is something that you would share in your VIP group, turn it into an email and share it in an email.
Okay.
Yeah. You'd be surprised.
No one ever responds to me by email. Like I never know if they've read it, if they got it. Never. I mean, so do you guys just send them out and hope?
Well, and we can talk about that later. So I wrote to talk about customer emails more, because both Margaret and I do use a paid service, and we can tell you about that. So I can see who opens it, who clicks on things and all of that. You don't need that, but if you want to invest in that, we can show you. And there's actually some really good free ones too. Can show you that. So we'll talk about that more. But the other thing is, you could also even try, maybe if email's not your thing, maybe you want to go to texting, you know what I mean? Texting your people. And there are some services for that. But again, we want it duplicatable. You can easily create email from the back office. And I do a call to action sometimes at the end. I always do a PS, and I'll even say like, hey, reply back with, so kind of like on your post, when you're doing that call to action and you want them to engage, use that same thing and see if they email you back. I mean, a lot of people won't, because we're busy. I mean, think about how many times do you reply back? Right. But I do get a lot, I will get, or I'll just say, can you reply just to say, hi, I'd love to know how you're doing. Something like that. Not even about business,
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Anybody else? All right, can we, because I can see some of you, do we like the checklist? Do you think it's do we
Yes,
like the checklist?
I like it.
Okay.
I like checklists.
Okay.
Yeah, me
That's-
too.
All right, good. Well, that's exciting. I think it's simple. It looks overwhelming, but again, we're just going to pick something like on this one, talk about Color Street in your stories. 3 seconds, literally 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And you can check that off for the week, once a week.
Michelle, do you want to start going over like the content, how to
Sure.
maximize your content?
Sure.
And we can both go over it, like, you know what I mean? If you want to
go for
wanna
it.
do
I
one.
mean, I think it's
Well, I mean, step one, super easy, taking a selfie, right? So like for me, like Michelle, I mean, always go towards the light, right? You always want nice light. Like, so go to your window, there's light there, take a selfie. I'm famous for this. Like if I'm taking a shower, I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup. That day is going to be a good content day.
change your shirt, take another selfie.
Right. So like I will collect items, like I'll take my nail strengthener, I will take a nail set, I'll take a lipstick, and I'll take a couple of shirts and I'll click, 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 click. I got 3 selfies. I'll even take like samples. I'll hold up samples, right? So in that,
or like a surprise face, like anything that you can use later on. I mean,
point this way, like, because you can use that in Canva. But I can create that content, those pictures for like my whole week in, you know, all of 10 minutes, right? Something quick, fast, easy, you know? You will get better.
Yeah.
So, right. So step 1 and step 2, take a selfie, change your shirt, take another selfie, right? Easy, right? And like Michelle said, like you can change your expression, like, you know, like, you could even do like a peekaboo, like, oh my God, guess what's coming? You know what I mean? Like, and post that, right? Like when there's a new launch coming, film a nail application and or removal. Actually, so you remove your nail sets, video that, and then keep on going and put your other nail sets on. So you're sitting down and doing the content. And here's like the best thing is that you can just put your video on. I always just put my video on now. And if you want to get into reel making, which we're going to show you guys how to do, you can take that content and just make a reel through that video, but you can also use that video somewhere else.
Okay.
So what we're going to try to do is just make sure that you guys know that like when we're making the content, we're going to make the content, but we're going to maximize that one piece of content.
And we're going to use it over and over and over again.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
When you're taking your videos, I find the stuff that I have right now to hold my phone challenging to get at a good angle to actually, like if you saw what I rigged up, I have a ring light and stuff. In order to do this, you would laugh. I just need a better system here because I mean, I've done lots of makeup lives over the years and that's kind of hit on, but to have something looking down on your hands, what do you guys use? How do you set it up?
You know what?
That's
I
a
think
good question.
Mine might be upstairs.
Here,
I can link it. Oh, Michelle has one.
Oh, wow.
it's super cheap and it's worth it. I tell you, I use this for all the things and I don't have it and I use this all the
It's a
time.
tripod.
It comes with this little self timer too. So like if I'm taking selfies, I don't have to hold it. I'll put my thing on a table like this in my phone. And then sometimes I've got this in my hand and you can just click, 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 click. And I can do it with this little thing and it comes with it. I mean, it's less than $20 for this.
Where did you get that?
Amazon. I'll put it in the link and it
Okay,
gets
cool.
Thank you.
like really
Nice.
big.
Thank you. That would be super.
You can move
Yeah, that would be
this all
super.
around. I mean, it's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing. And now I keep, this is not with it. I keep this, I use this baby and it came with it. It's so easy. Because I am not a good, whoever can take selfies like this, I need to be a little bit away from the camera.
I think your click, click, click is pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought it was too. I can't do the click, click myself. So I'm terrible at my own selfies.
You'll just get used to, girl, I am so terrible. I take probably 100 of it. Doesn't even matter. And then you go, all right, that one will do. And there's even times I'll message Margaret and I'll be like, I don't like it, but I'm going to do it. It's done. I did done is better than perfect, and nobody cares.
Amen.
Nobody cares.
Okay.
All right. We only got a couple more minutes because we got to hop on this next call. Anybody?
So yeah, so just take a look at like maximizing your content. I mean, those are pretty, right? Like,
I mean, swatch the lipstick, whatever you have, swatch it on your arm, take a picture.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Good idea, because I have a bunch of lipsticks that I got for free, and I've used them to take selfies to post, but now I can't give them to anybody. So that's a good idea to put it on your arm, you know, to show the color. I can't do anything else with them.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have, say you have 7 lipsticks, you could do a story every day of a different lipstick. Lipstick of the day instead of outfit of the day, lipstick of the day. You know what I mean? Because I've gotten a lot. I was like really adamant about pushing the lipstick line when we first launched, and I've slacked just a little bit. But I got quite a bit of sales for lipstick from people watching me on my stories. And how do I know that? Because I know who's watching my stories. And then I knew when the orders came in, I was like, oh my God, she was watching my story. I haven't even had a conversation with her. She's watching my story and she saw the lipstick. She's not into the nail strips, but she's into makeup. So that's kind of how like you can tap into a network, right? Is like, it's probably your people that you're friends with that maybe that don't like the nail strips, but possibly they like the other stuff.
Or even a new customer that never wanted to, you know, they go to the salon, maybe they want to try lipstick, you know?
Right.
But then it just goes like, you know, and even if you don't like the lipstick on you, I mean, because I'll be honest, there's a lot of colors I don't think they look great on me. You know, just follow step 10. Just do it. Be you. You got this. No one cares. Put it on, take the picture, post it, and move on. Don't think about it, because how you care more than other people care. Believe me. Believe me.
So everybody can do the how to maximize your content, right? And we're not saying you have to do all of these, but maybe just take one this week and just be like, you know what, let me just try this one. Trying one is huge. That's a win. That's something that you've never done before, right?
And we want you to share them when you're doing them. Share them in the group, so we can all show each other what we're doing, how we're doing it. You could get inspiration from other people. We do. And actually we have said, because we have to go soon, this will not be a Margaret and Michelle talking only group. And we're going to, I mean, neither of us are like gosh darn it, you're going to do this. But no, in order for it to be successful, we need everyone to commit and talk. And again, we're not talking finish the list, just show up, do something, have some conversations with us, and I promise you we're going to see magical things happen, because we have done this and with a small group, you know, testing it out together before we brought it to you, and it is magical. I think you will see a big difference.
So, and then like Michelle said earlier, we have monthly sales and monthly enrolling. If you want to work on both, you could even split them up and be like, okay, today I'm going to do one of these, or next week I'm going to do one of those. Or if you feel like I'm really good at sales, but I'm slacking and enrolling, I'm going to just take this one and try to rock the crap out of this. Or I don't care about enrolling and I just want sales, so I'm going to do this. It's your business. You can do whatever you want. Everybody's on a totally different page. And that's why they're kind of like generic-ish, and we needed to make more than just one checklist, because we're like, everybody is at a different point, right? We're not all at the same level. But what we really want you guys to do, and maybe just focus on this week, is just pick something, right? Do it, share it inside the group. We're going to be doing we want a lot of chats, a lot of chatter inside that message thread, right? Because we really want to help you guys feel more comfortable, support each other. Everybody has I get a ton of inspiration from you guys. I'll see you guys and I'm like, oh my God, that was really good. I got to do that. Or I want to do something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and if you get to, and then, yes, so we can hop off. If you get to a step, instead of not doing it and shutting down, be like, you know what? All right, today I want to do filming, whatever step it is. I want to do it today, but I'm stuck because. Put it in the chat, because we probably can totally help you. And then you'll be like, all right, I got this. Okay. Because we want lots of celebrating. That's another thing. We need to bring the fun back. So you do one thing, we're going to be like, yeah, yeah. I mean, and just think of all the energy and the excitement that this is going to bring, you know, not only to the business, but all of us, because it's a lot of fun to do it with all of you. So
yeah, social stuff is fun. Like, let's create some awesome content. Like, this is the fun part of the business, is creating content and kind of really showing like the real you get out there. So we got this. What other questions can we answer before we got to go in like 2 minutes? Because I got to run to the bathroom.
Anybody else?
Good. Anyone? Bueller? No? All right. So guys, don't be shy. Don't be shy inside the chat. Like,
and wait, Margaret, start the other meeting if you want to go to the bathroom, because you're the thing, so I can be on it. Do you know what I mean? If you said just start it, you go do, and then at least I'm there. Okay. So sorry. Business.
I know, right?
Thank you.
But yeah, all right. You guys are amazing. You got this. I can't wait to see what you create this week.
Can I snap a quick picture?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you.
All right, good. Share it in the group.
Yeah, share it in the group.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
There's our
guys.
content for the week, #1, right there. Having fun. There's your recruiting post right there. You're enrolling. Having fun with my team.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a great idea.
Okay.
Good. All right. Thanks, everyone.